So in my last video, I was talking about how Astral Radiance isn't going to have a card go for over $100. And it was looking like I was right. The Dialga alt art is going for about $80 and the Palkia alt art is going for about $70. And then I noticed something weird was happening to Machamp V. Looking at Machamp V, initially the price at release was about $50 for the card. But now, this card is selling for $120 to $140 on TCG Player. Like if you look at the listings on TCG Player, the lowest listing is $139. And that's not just the listing. People are actually paying $120 for this card. $111, $108, $116. And you can see that there was this huge jump. If you look all the way back to the beginning, it was $50 for Machamp V alt art, which seems about right. That seems about fair. But then the price started to creep up. Goes to about $60. Goes to about $60. It's kind of hanging around $60. And then suddenly $80? $125? Goes for 80 again. Maybe someone didn't realize that this was happening to Machamp V, that the price was increasing. So they just listed it for 80 bucks. Someone bought it very quick. 116, 108, and the last sold was $120 for Machamp V alt art. I don't understand what's happening. Is this organic demand for Machamp V alt art, or is this a buyout? And just to explain what a buyout is really quickly, basically a single person or a collective group of people buy out a single card to decrease the supply of the card on the market. If you decrease the supply, the price will go up, generally speaking. And this isn't just happening on TCG Player, which is generally more expensive than eBay. This is also happening on eBay. So if you look at eBay, we have an auction going right now, and the highest bid is $105 with 4 hours left. There's a listing for $110 with the best offer. And then you have another listing for $111 that's also in auction with 2 hours left. So people are paying over $100 for Machamp V alt art. And if you look at the sold listings, I think someone also made a mistake here. They listed it for $72, and of course that was snatched up pretty quickly. Someone bought it for $130. There was a best offer here, probably around $100, $115, and yeah, people were paying over $100 for this card. So maybe I was wrong. Maybe Astral Radiance is going to have a card go for over $100. Or maybe I'm right, and maybe this is a buyout, and this card is going to crash like crazy. Like, you can't really buy out a modern card. There's so many booster boxes of Astral Radiance, and there's just so many Machamp Vs. It would be incredibly risky to buy out a modern Pokemon card, even if it's as rare as an alt art. I just don't see a buyout being possible with modern cards, but maybe I'm wrong, and maybe this is like new behavior of modern Pokemoning. Maybe you just buy out a single card and artificially inflate the price. And if we take a look at the sold listings, it's different people buying the Machamp V alt art, which, you know, can happen in a buyout. Generally a buyout, there'll be a Discord group and a bunch of different people will buy out Machamp V alt art. But the strange thing is that I'm seeing no repeats. So like one person isn't buying multiple copies of Machamp V alt art from what I'm seeing on eBay. So if you look at the winner here, that's different than the winner here, which someone paid $120 for, which is different from the winner here where someone paid $102, which is different from the winner here where someone paid about $100. So I'm very confused about what's happening with Machamp V. I could be wrong, like I said, and Astral Radiance is actually going to have a card go for over $100. But the more likely scenario is that this is a buyout to some extent, or this is increased demand for a card that is just going to see more copies. There's going to be more supply of this card hitting the market very, very soon. So I definitely would not buy this card thinking it's an investment of any sort. And if you look at the Astral Radiance pull rates that TCG Player recently released, I mean, yeah, alt arts are very hard to pull. If you look at Dialga V, 1 in 864, Palkia 1 in 665. The gold cards 1 in 1400. Machamp V 1 in 1200. So, I mean, just based on the 8,000 packs that TCG Player opened, Machamp V is rarer than Dialga and it's rarer than Palkia. However, Sneasler V is 1 in 2,000 packs. I think that's just like an anomaly, and in my opinion, I think all the alt arts are pretty much the same in terms of rarity. It's just, I mean, you open 8,000 packs, there's going to be some variance in the probability of pulling each individual alt art. But yeah, I mean, the hit rates are not that great in Astral Radiance. You do get a lot of hits, but you don't get the hits you want, which are the alt arts. Maybe Machamp is actually just really hard to get, and that's why people are buying Machamp V. They think it's an investment, or maybe they want to grade it. I mean, I know Machamp is a Gen 1 Pokemon, very popular, but when I look at the behavior of the price chart for Machamp V, it's hard for me to say that this is organic or that this is even sustainable. Let me know what you think. Do you think Machamp V is actually worth over $100? Do you think it's going to hang out at over $100 in the medium to long term? Or is this a buyout? Is this some weird, crazy demand for Machamp V? Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Subscribe to my channel to see more content, and I'll see you in the next video.